really starts with wanting to make a difference in the world, and that I felt that I was making it too slowly. And so after my PhD, I went back and did a short course in international health. The most fulfilling work, I think, is to see ideas come to life. And when writing programs or developing interventions that we think, that we know are going to have an impact because we have the experience, we've seen that this is needed, to see all of those ideas start from a room, from a conversation, get down on a piece of paper, and then to see it fully fledged out of the field with people working and making a difference and having that impact, that is undescribable.
We are here to ensure that the go-go in the village is down where cars don't get medication and they've got better healthcare system. So we measure success in a place like Think through impact. How are we impacting the society? How have we made change in the society? So through like community engagements, you go and you make sure that people are aware that TB can be curable and trying to educate them in the process. So success is measured by the impact of the work that we do, making the difference not only in South Africa but across the world. And sometimes through, for example, in Think we do clinical trials. And clinical trials, someone will say, you're just making a medication, but the medication that we make in TB to reduce it from 24 months to 9 months is being used in places in Europe, it's being used in US, it's being used in South America because of the data that came out of South Africa.
1% of South Africa's population of 50 million develop active TB every year. NGOs such as the TB and HIV Investigative Network Think are upscaling testing campaigns in urban areas where the public health system is under pressure. Figures show an improvement in the TB cure rate, but it's still below global targets.
Part of that is the types of drug the patients are taking, and also getting involved with days like today and getting out there with the community, educating them why it's necessary to get on treatment, why they need to complete their treatment, why it's bad when they default.
TB is a curable disease, and yet it is the world's largest infectious disease killer. So World TB Day is important to remind us and put focus on how much work there is still left to be done to end TB. Think is making a difference in very many different arenas and already have. We have brought forward the first 3 new TB drugs developed since the 1940s and 1950s. So we have done the clinical trials for all of those 3 drugs. Not just have we brought them forward, but we are also involved in research that is putting the old drugs together with the new drugs so we know how to use them. And so our work has contributed to improving the TB treatment for TB, including making it shorter. It used to be, in the olden days, it used to be 2-year treatment, including 6 months of daily injections to treat drug-resistant TB. With our work, we brought this down to 9 months, of course not on our own, but we brought it down to 9 months. And this 9 months treatment regimen is now the standard of care in South Africa and the WHO recommended guidelines in the whole world. 9 months is not short enough or good enough, so we have already conducted a trial to bring this down even further. So now to a 6 month treatment, which is the same as for standard TB. And we are already writing the guidelines for how to take this 6 month treatment further internationally. So we're making an impact which is much larger than that of only the one patient that is in front of us, which of course we follow patients in our clinical trials for not for an hour or a week, but for years. And so the impact that we're working is much bigger than just one person's life. It's already seen in improved treatment regimens and guidelines that go across the world, and our standard of care and guidelines, international guidelines with the WHO. I'm amazed at what has been accomplished together as a team within Think. And I find it very difficult to take credit for it myself, because I couldn't have sat even on my own in my best space and think about the things that we are actually in fact doing within Think. I could never have thought of this on my own. So it's an organic growth of the organization and of the individuals within that has brought it to what it is and what we are doing together today. I would love to see Think sustainable and make sure that Think is the space and the place where people can be their best selves, and in that combination we will be able to do more of the good stuff that we are already doing.